Hi everyone, I'd like to speak today about the idea of a to-be list. This is Aaron Gross from aarongross.com, and you can also read up what I've written on it as well at my website. But right now, I just want to speak about a to-do list versus a to-be list. So to-do lists are, as you know, pretty common. I mean, I can't live without. I'm always writing lists. If I've got a thought comes through, write it down, get it done. That's fine. That's good on a day-to-day practical level of just keeping a track of all those little things, from taking out the rubbish bin and making that phone call, speaking to that person, attending that meeting, etc., etc. Whatever you have on your to-do list or your calendar, that's great. But I want to talk about a list that's a much, much deeper concept, and that is the to-be list. Now, I don't actually have a to-be list where I write it out. I don't do that because I don't need it, because I don't think I need to remind myself of who I want to be, because when I get in contact with that inner core of who I really am, which is this fragment, this piece of infinity that's vested in this human body, being a spiritual being, having a physical experience, when I remind myself and I invite myself to be in touch with that deeper side of myself, and I become like an open vessel to receive something from something higher within myself, from my soul, if you will, then I'm going to be that infinite being manifest in this human experience. And I get great ideas when I get really quiet and I'm just listening for the thought that comes to me in the moment. And when you operate at that level, I mean, I'm not always operating at that level, but when you are in that level, things get a bit more calmer. You're operating from a much more loving, compassionate place, and it just feels like there's less effort involved in achieving wherever you're going. And even if you don't achieve where you want to go, the journey becomes more enjoyable, and you become open up to something perhaps even much greater than what you originally planned when you're operating from that deeper space. It's the sort of awareness of a presence of the deeper self that is in you, it's in me, it's in everything, it's in everyone. And it just makes life much more beautiful. And when you operate that way, there's no need for a to-be list to write it out, because your beingness becomes expressed through your awareness of that deeper self. And it'll manifest in your relationships, it'll manifest in anything, in problem solving, wherever you are. You just don't take the external circumstances and thoughts that you have as seriously as you may have earlier, because you realize, hey, they're just thoughts, a creation in my head. And do I need to take it so seriously? I may have deadlines to meet, I may have to get things done, but I know that I'm safe and I'm okay, because I'm open to this larger than life peace within myself that keeps me intact no matter what. And when you're just open to that and you open up to that hidden power, that's where the magic occurs. So yeah, no need for a to-be list, because I am the list in action. My goal is to live it. I won't always live it. I go down in my state of mind sometimes. I'm not always. I look at the outside world as being real, and I get caught up in my own thinking. But then naturally, by the fact that I'm just aware of it, you automatically, after a period of time, just go back to that natural set point of calmness and realize, oh, I'm thinking that. Do I need to take it so seriously? I just had it with a very young client today, that they can't sleep at night. They're a very young child, and he cries. And he, for the first time, because we're discussing the three principles, for the first time he was lying in bed at night. He thought, okay, well, I need to cry now. That's what I normally do, because I'm so agitated and frustrated. And this particular client just sort of woke up, this little young man, grew up and he realized, oh, well, I'm thinking I have to cry. And then he invited himself. He was open. Well, I'm thinking that I need to cry. Is there anything else I can think of? Maybe I'll have a different experience. And he thought, well, maybe I shouldn't be drinking so much Coke before I go to bed. And also he thought at the time, well, maybe I should just read. And he just read, and he was fine after that. And he eventually went to sleep very late or very early in the morning that night. But he was okay the next day, and he was in good spirits, which was something totally that he wasn't accustomed to. But he caught on to himself, so to speak, and he became that being of an inner core. He connected with that deeper side of himself just by realizing, oh, that's just a thought. I need to cry. I don't need to. I'm okay where I am. And he became that receptacle for something new and fresh in his thought, coming from the impersonal thought, something that he wasn't caught up in, but it's coming from a higher inspirational place, or as we call it in education, high order thinking, reaching into the creativity within oneself to draw from something higher than what we can normally see. So I hope you like that, and just realize that we don't need to do anything. It's just an awareness, which then it translates into a state of being, which our state of being or our state of mind goes up and down all the time. But being aware of that connects us more often to the higher part, the infinite side within ourselves. Until next time, thank you very much. If you want to contact me, I'll just put some numbers up there. My US number is 347-620-3567. My Melbourne, Australia number is 613-9525-8217. Both of those numbers, please only ring them Melbourne, Australia time. Just Google that before you dial. If you would like to have a further connection to me, because I work as a 3 principles therapist, helping people achieve greater peace and happiness in their life. And if you're looking for that too, then please call me, or you can also email me at 3pp@aarongross.com. Until next time, bye for now. Thank you.